All right, it's the second show of the day. We just we did our St. Patrick's Day show earlier today, and took a break, and now we're doing the public domain movie show of the evening. We're doing Wild Women of Wongo. It's not really a horror movie. No, it's not really a horror movie. There's 8 men, if you want to call it that. The 8 men aren't really convincingly 8 men, though. You know what I mean? No, they don't really look like 8 men. Yeah, they look like men with different clothing on, you know, to distinguish them. And they're not on.
Did they even have beards?
No, I don't think so. And they seem more muscular. And I don't know. They didn't come across as 8 men. They refer to them as 8 men, but they get killed right away when they come on. I mean, they don't come on at the beginning. When they do come on, they don't last very long. So, anyway, this movie is from 1958, and it's somewhat well known for it being so, it doesn't really fit in any niche, really. It's not really, I don't know.
Do you think because of what the premise is?
Wild women? Wongoing?
How good looking and ugly are together?
I don't think that's why it worked or didn't work.
Here's what irritated me. So, give the premise of the movie, and then I'll tell you where I have a problem.
You mean the plot?
Yeah.
Okay. There's an island named Wongo where there's attractive women and supposedly unattractive men. You really can't.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, you really.
Now, what's on the other island?
The other island of Guna has attractive men and unattractive women. Now,
So here's
over there,
the problem. On the first island where there's attractive women and unattractive men, yes, the women are attractive, but the men are not unattractive. They look like normal men. And on the other island, the men that are supposed to be attractive, yes, they are attractive.
A little more groomed.
But the women, they are unattractive.
yeah, the women are definitely.
So on both islands, the people that played the parts for the men, both of them were attractive.
But
the women, no.
But you know what? One thing that the unattractive men had that the attractive men, bald men. Yeah, and I can speak for that because I'm now baldish at the top.
I didn't even notice
yes,
that.
there are only bald men on the unattractive island. So if you're bald, you're unattractive. You know, it kind of goes with that.
But the women were obviously
the women,
unattractive.
The women, yeah, it wasn't geez, I'm not sure, but.
And the men, you're going, wait, which island are they on?
And the attractive women, you didn't go, oh, son of a gun, they're gorgeous. They're okay. They were okay. But you got to remember, it's 1958, and they're on they make it sound like they're on 2 different islands too, and yet on the one part they have to walk back to their. It's like, well, if you're on the unattractive island and you have to walk 5 miles, didn't they say, back to their. You can't walk back to your island. What you're saying is you're on the same big island. It's just you're on the other side of it. But they make it sound like it's 2 different islands. So I don't know. And
but in the beginning, the guy had to take a boat to the other island.
Yeah. So it doesn't make sense that they had to walk it.
So at one point, they're on 2 different islands, but at another point, they want them to walk. So
yeah, way back, way into towards the end, they end up walking the attractive men all the way back to their island. But yet, it's got to be on the same island, just way bigger than Gilligan's Island. So I'm dressed like this because it's an island show. In case you didn't put 2 and 2 together, Wild Women of Wongo. This is about as wild as we could, she wouldn't wear the grass skirt. She didn't want to wear the grass skirt. Not that she couldn't wear her jeans or anything. She just didn't want to wear it. So, of course, I would. And then the hat and stuff and the lei. She didn't even want to wear the lei. Fun.
Or the goofy one.
Fun. But anyway, the 8 men show up later on in the thing to try to grab a couple. See, here's the premise, though. An attractive man, the son of the king of the attractive island, Guna, comes over to Wongo to ask them for, let's join together and conquer the 8 men island. There's supposedly a 3rd island where the 8 men live, so they won't interfere. And of course, they don't really want to go for that. They think something's up and, you know, everything. And they want to kill the attractive guy because they can tell right away the women likes the attractive guy. And, you know, so there's issues there. Anyway, later on, though, a couple ape men, if you want to call them, show up, grab one of the girls. They know it's like a setup thing. And she's the signal, and they hear. And so the other girls that are attractive, they come and they have spears, and they get the 8 men off of the girl, and they shove them back into the water, which the water has to be the ocean, okay? That has to be the ocean. There's crocodiles in there. Crocodiles don't live in the ocean, okay? Crocodiles, they can live in salt water, but not very long. They certainly don't live in salt water. But you can tell these islands are surrounded by ocean. But yet when there's crocodiles present, they're supposedly in the water that is salt water, and it doesn't make sense. So they push them back into the water, and of course the big crocodile grabs the 8 men one at a time and drags them in and kills them and eats them. So the 8 men are out of the picture. Evidently there was only 2. Okay. So let's show the first segment of the movie. I'm forgetting what I'm doing here.
I know.
Let's show the first segment of the movie of Wild Women of Wongo.
Mother Nature, designer of all the things you see and all the things you are. For millions of years, Father Time and I have worked hand in hand to make the world a better place to live in. All things considered, we think we've done fairly well. We have made our mistakes. There was one about 10,000 years ago when we tried a topsy-turvy experiment with the human race. At that time, in a village called Wongo, we made all the women beautiful and all the men brutes. We put all the handsome men in the tribe of Guna, many days' march to the south. And we made the Guna girls, well, not beautiful. It didn't work. Why? The Wild Women of Wongo.
of Wongo, why do you come to the temple of the Dragon God?
The maidens of Wongo are ready for marriage. I come to ask you and the god to receive them.
We will ask the great dragon. Come. Where have you been? Get to your work, all of you.
Akko brings you the kill. It is good. His father will buy you tonight. Akko takes his kill to Omu.
My father buys Omu for me tonight.
A stranger!
I've never seen a man from another village.
Get into the hut. He carries the wing of the white bird of peace.
Oh, this is like a dream I've had. I never could have dreamed of a man like that. Are you certain it's a man? I have a feeling that makes me certain.
What? What?
It's a man. It must be. Oh, no, it's a god, I'm sure. Oh, they must not kill it.
Back!
Fathers of Wongo, my name is Engar. I come in peace.
Be in peace.
I come to speak the words of my father, King of Guna.
We will hear the words of the King of Guna. Sit. Have you eaten?
No, I am hungry.
Bring food. We will hear the words from the King of Guna.
My father has fear.
Fear? What gives him fear?
We will both take it. I will take it.
I will take it.
You do not yet give orders to the king's daughter, Arko.
A tribe of many men come in big canoes, bringing war to the coast.
Here we go. Bring it up. Bring it up. Bring it up.
If you have hunger, stranger, eat.
I have never seen a woman like this before.
She is like any other.
She is not like those in Guna.
Give him the food. In Wongo, you do not touch a maiden who is not yours. Omu, go!
Now give us the words from the king of Guna.
There is a strange tribe of men. Some say they are like apes.
From where do the ape men come?
From the sea.
No men live in the sea.
These people have big canoes. They come by night. Next day they have gone, leaving many dead.
We have seen no ape men. We have heard of no ape men.
You know these things now. I have given you my father's words.
Why does the king of Guna wish us to know these things?
My father fears the ape men will come to Guna.
Wongo does not fear.
King of Wongo, the ape men will come, if not today, at some time.
We do not fear.
My father wishes you and all of Wongo to come to the village of Guna. There is much food. You have brave young men, and so have we.
It is true. Our men are brave.
With your men and our men, we can kill the ape men.
Are there many like you in Guna? Are you the strongest?
I came because I am my father's son, to bring his words. Many in Guna are stronger than I.
Do all the men of Guna also have women's skins?
If the young man thinks he can puncture my skin, he may try.
He is young. Perhaps a little foolish this day with love. Do you have more words from your father, the king of Guna?
Only that your journey there should be taken quickly.
We will give you the words for your father tomorrow. Buckle! The stranger tonight will sleep in the hut of the young men. If harm comes to him, we will have your life. You have commanded.
Okay, you probably got the gist of things now. It's in color. It's somewhat blurred. No matter what copy you see, it's blurred. It's not real good quality.
Was it color?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. You can see blue water, and yeah, it was just it was kind of a mucky. The whole thing was kind of mucky. Okay, it's kind of a short movie. It's only 71 minutes, so an hour and 10, hour and 11. But
no one could act.
no one could act, but as the movie went on, when it got like towards the last 15 minutes, it was actually more interesting. The whole, yeah, it got better, and let's see. One thing we wanted to point out too is you'll notice that the men, I think even some of the attractive men did it too, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think they did too. The men look like their hair, they have hair, okay? And then it looks like somebody took shaving cream, put a little bit of tint of blue in it, and then kind of made them go back on their hair like this, or if they had good hair on the top, they waved their hair back with this bluish shaving cream, and it kind of looked like...
almost looked gray to me.
Kind of looked white, blue, gray, but I don't know if they were trying to make them look distinguished or what, but I think some of the attractive, like the attractive king, I think he had it in his hair too.
I think all of the attractive men had that in their hair somewhere.
I was thinking it the other way around. The unattractive men had it in their hair, and the attractive men just looked attractive.
I don't know. I was confused as to who was supposed to be attractive and unattractive, because all the men were relatively
unless they were bald, and then it was obvious he was a skinny bald man, and it's like, oh yeah, sure, yeah, okay. So
where the women, it was obvious which one they were.
Yeah, and not so, because the other women were so gorgeous. It was that the ugly.
There was only one woman on the unattractive island that could have been considered attractive, but she was so freaking tall.
She was real tall.
That she looked freakish.
And they put her with a real short guy.
Of course.
So it made it even look worse. But should I talk a little bit more before we go? Yeah. You notice probably too on that very first segment, the head woman had like a little alligator type thing that she would. It was bent. I can't bend this, okay? But it was bent, and she would talk to the alligator like privately and stuff.
And as she would move her hand, that alligator head would move.
Yeah, it would kind of went down with her a little bit and stuff. It had more of a bend like that, you know, and it stayed on her wrist like that. But it's like I don't know what that was supposed to be. If we were supposed to think it was a live little
Didn't
alligator.
they like worship the alligator?
They did,
or something.
We're saying alligators, crocodile, but they did. But are we supposed to think that was a live?
I don't know.
One honored, or was it just a little puppet type thing to make people think? No, not think, but it was never supposed to be. I took it as a live one. Didn't you take it as a live one? Yeah, but of course it was not a real live one. But anyway, let's cut this part short and let you watch segment 2 of Wild Women of Wongo.
I saw such a man as that once in my youth, in the forest. I killed him. Good. We will talk.
Will he stay in Wongo, do you think? If I can find a way to keep him.
What way can there be?
I know a way.
Don't even say that. The dragon god will be angry.
I would keep him, even if that happened.
You have seen our foolish women.
We have all seen.
We have been shamed. The women have shamed us before this man with a woman's skin.
But a man's body. We do not have women's faces, and I would not want one. We are men, and if we went to Guna, we should find our women running after men like him. As for me, I had rather fight 8 men. I have seen no 8 men. Do we know that there are 8 men? I do not know it. This is a trick. If the king of Guna wanted our women, how could he get them more easily than to send his son with some wild story to get them to his village, and we ourselves die there under Guna spears?
That would be easy. Does anyone disagree? Oh, king, do we go to Guna? We do not go. That will be our answer. If we do not go, we do not have to send any words at all. If this man leaves here alive, our foolish women will never forget him.
That's true. They'll dream.
You speak words of wisdom, but I have given my word that no harm shall come to him tonight. It would be better done in the morning, when the maidens stand ready to go to the temple. Then they shall see him die and never forget that he is dead. That is wise. Is it agreed?
Agreed. Agreed.
I do not like to kill a man who comes with a white bird's wing. With this man, it must be. In the morning, let us eat.
Quack, 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 quack. Shoot, John. Shoot, John.
Why did the stranger come, Father?
He brought words from his father, the king of Guna.
Well, his father's a king.
So he tells us.
I suppose Akko's father means to ask me tonight.
I expect him.
You will give me to Akko?
Of course.
Father,
Yes?
it's unmaidenly for me to say it.
What?
Well, his father is, after all, a king. Could you not arrange to give me to the stranger?
What? Marriage to a stranger is treason to your people, a sacrilege to the god. It is just cause for death.
Well, women have been carried away in war and married to strangers, even against their wills, and have not died.
Not women of Wongo. Go inside, and do not come out again until the morning, when you and the maidens go to the temple of the dragon god.
Hey, take it easy. Hey, take it easy.
This bag? It is nothing. It contains only the finest shells that I've been able to gather in a long life. My daughter is hardly worth so much. She is worth much more, but this is all I have. Will you accept them? I am happy to accept them for my daughter. Your son, Akko, is good. Akko will build your daughter a hut before she returns from the temple. I'm sure Akko will build a good hut.
I am made proud by the marriage of my son to a king's daughter.
The god has given me no son. You are second in Wongo. It suits me well that your son and my daughter will rule someday. They will rule well.
I ask a favor.
I grant it without knowing what it is.
In the morning, let it be my son, Akko, whose spear is chosen to kill the stranger.
That is good. It was Omu he touched, and now she is your son's woman.
Omu. They call you that. I like it. I have never seen a woman like you.
What are the women like in Guna?
They are like your Wongo men. I will never be able to look at them again.
I've dreamed of a man like you. I never thought it would come true.
I am the same as the others in Guna.
I've seen only you. And I'm happy.
Dragon God, protector of Wongo, once more we send our maidens to your temple to prepare them for marriage to our young men. Purify them, make them worthy, and return them to us within 1 moon.
There he is. He's beautiful, like the sun.
Look, he's trying to pick out Omu.
Return our maidens to us, O dragon god of Wongo.
They're going to kill Ingor now.
No.
Yes, it's planned. I overheard.
The Akko's going to throw the spear.
No.
Will you try to help me save him?
Tell us how.
King of Wongo, it is far to my father's house. I return now. What is your answer to the king of Guna?
Our answer is, we will not desert the ancient village of our fathers.
I will carry your words now. but perhaps I may return.
Wongo, beware! Apple will kill you!
O dragon god, this day you have been insulted by the maidens of Wongo, and woe to the village. Now they must leave us, without our prayers for their protection. Never has this happened before. Payment for this sacrilege to the god must be made in blood. And when the god has taken blood, and not until then, whether it be 1 moon or 10, may the maidens return. Each night, 1 maiden shall wait alone, a sacrifice if the god comes. Go!
My son, you have returned. I am happy to be back in Guna. The king of Wongo received you well? They tried to kill me with a spear as I departed.
You carried the white birdwing? Did you kill their spearmen?
I was saved. I was saved by the women of Wongo.
The women?
They are very unusual women, oh my father, and very brave.
You were shamed.
I am alive.
It is good. What about the girl?
Look at those fools. Wongo women, indeed.
What do you mean unusual?
Very unusual.
Wahoo!
The god and the priestess await us.
Ladies of Wongo, The dragon god is angry.
Do you come to offer sacrifice?
We have awaited the god each night, but he has not chosen a mate. That is why I have called you to the temple.
Okay, you supposedly just watched segment 2. I doubt very much if you have. But you might have. Somebody might have done it. Okay, so that was segment 2. We're going to have Patty. She was very limited on what she could do with the cast because the cast...
Most of them, it was the first and only movie they ever did.
They weren't really actors.
Which
and
we can
actresses.
see why,
yeah,
because nobody in it could really act. But yeah, I like looking for interesting facts, and there just weren't any. So, a guy named Gabo, I don't even remember that character.
Gabo?
Yeah, his real name was Ed Fury, and he was actually a bodybuilder.
Ed Fury, that sounds made up.
Yeah, no kidding.
That sounds made up.
He was a bodybuilder at the time. Again, to me, he just looks like a guy who hits the gym 3 or 4 times a week.
Oh, there was a lot of guys that were...
Most of them were what you would call muscular,
somewhat.
but not what I would look at as bodybuilder.
But you got to remember, 1958.
Yeah, back then,
it wasn't the same thing.
It didn't, you know. The other one, Pat Crowley, which I don't
That's a
remember.
female,
It did
Pat.
show her a picture of her character from the movie, which I don't remember seeing it. But when I saw her as an older woman, I did recognize her
You
from
mean she wasn't
TV
the,
shows.
She wasn't the main hottie?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
She was on Roseanne, Friends, Dynasty, Beverly Hills 90210.
With Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah, with Jennifer Aniston.
I hate to talk about her. I just hate to.
But I recognized her as an older woman, but not recognized her from that movie.
I'm not sure.
And she died at the age of 91, so she lived quite a long time.
She's already dead?
Yeah. And then the last one is Joyce Nazari. I don't know what
she had
her
hair,
character
black
was.
hair about down to here. She was always in the main group of attractive girls, but she didn't always have something to say.
Right, she was just there.
But she was prettier. You could tell she was somewhat pretty.
She was actually the playmate of December 1958.
And this movie was 59, right?
Yes.
So.
And she is 84 years old.
And she's not dead.
No.
That's good, huh?
And that's it. There just was not a lot out there that.
No, the cast.
Like I said, it was the one and only movie that I would say 95% of them did. This Pat Crowley was the only one that really went on and did much of anything.
Yeah.
So look her up, and you'll probably recognize her as an older woman like I did. That's it.
That's it? she's done. I'm looking at my cards. I'm trying to decide where I want to go to.
There's a long silence.
So we have to go into segment 3. We'll go into segment 3, and then, yeah, we'll do that. Segment 3 of Wild Women of Wongo.
that blood has been spilled, we can go back to Wongo. I'm glad it was over.
Look! Let me go! Let me go!
You cannot help. If he comes to represent the god, it does not matter. Or your dad will get his bride.
Are you afraid to fight? If it is not the god, we can help Omu.
Let her help herself. You have insulted the god again.
If it were the god, he would have taken the one he wanted or all of us.
I'm going to tell the king about this.
My father shall say I have acted as he would wish his daughter to act.
They are good, Mona.
I have no hunger.
No hunger because it's Mona's turn to wait for the god tonight.
It is not that. I simply have no hunger.
Because you fear the god. Don't worry. Perhaps the god is more particular than you think.
Yes, I'm sure he's particular. You have awaited the god twice, and he has not come to seek you any more than a man ever has. Be still, Auntie. You deserve what Mona says.
You know we must remain here until the god takes blood. It is the king's command. We have waited twice around our numbers, and none has been chosen. Tonight, Mona will keep the vigil for us all. If she is chosen, may she go with him without fear and without pain. Without fear, without pain. If the great dragon comes and she escapes him, this she may do. For if he really comes in the name of the god, none may escape. None may escape.
I am ready.
I will walk with her to the place of waiting. If you call, I will come, but you must be awake to know in time.
I'll stay awake.
How?
I will think.
Think? What?
I'll think of a man.
Man of Wongo?
No,
Wasn't he wonderful?
there never was one like him.
He said that in Guna, where his father is king, all men are like him.
It cannot be true.
I believe. If Ingor said it, then it must be true.
I'll try to imagine it can be true. That will keep me awake.
I will stay awake in the same way, with my spear ready in case you should call.
I will call if I must. Good night.
Good night, Mona.
The 8 men have come. The evil men Ingor came to tell us about. They're going to Wongo. But they might have been to Wongo already. We'll go there. But we can't go. The god has not taken a bride. The king did not say we must remain until the god took a bride. He said we could not return until the insult to the god had been paid in blood. The god has taken the 8 men. The blood of the 8 men is paid. That is right. I fear for Wongo. Let us go home.
No! I fear the night with 8 men in canoes. Let's wait until dawn.
They are gone. They're all gone. Well, perhaps they're still hiding. Oh!
Hush! You'll call the 8 men back.
I mourn my father.
Juana is right.
Although my father was the king of Wongo, I am his daughter. Oh!
Hey! Oh!
help me. Want to make a fire? I'll help. I'll get water.
There's no hurry. He's dead. We'll bury him.
Auntie, what are you doing here?
That's none of your business.
Omu put you on watch. Who stands guard down at the stream?
Omu? Omu's no king. The canoe came by and I rode in it because I was hungry. If Omu wants a watch kept, she can keep it herself.
Auntie is off her post.
Who is Omu to tell us what to do? I'm tired of that. We've been here longer than 1 moon, and Omu says, do this and do that, and all of you jump. I don't have to do anything I don't want to do, and nobody can make me. And I'm not going to stand watch.
The 8 men will come.
Let the 8 men come. Our own men are never coming back. Do you want to live here the rest of your life without any men at all? Wouldn't be like you. Shut up!
The penalty.
Mona's feet.
Auntie came from her post. She said she feared no 8 men. She would rather see 8 men in Wongo than live all her life with no men at all. She said you are no king. She must die.
Kill her.
Kill her.
Kill her.
Kill her.
Kill her.
I am no king. We have no men, and our young hunters will never return. Auntie deserves to die, but she is right. We do not want to live and to grow old and die without men. Wongo is ended. Tomorrow we leave Wongo.
We can't leave. Where can we go?
We'll go south.
South? To Guna.
All right, you just watched segment 3, if you're keeping track, of Wild Women of Wongo. On this segment here, we're not going to be talking in here. We've already filmed a segment out in the garage that we're going to put in concerning crocodiles. Yeah. So watch this little film thing. And then right after that film, it's going to jump right into segment 4. We're not going to come back in here. We're just going to let you see that from out there. And it'll jump right into segment 4. And then we'll come back and tell you some more things about the movie and wrap things up. So watch this. All right, we're out in the garage. And since we're doing the Wild Women of Wongo, I thought it would be appropriate, since there's so many crocodiles in the show. I happen to have a crocodile that I got from the neighbor this Halloween. Well, at least the front half of it, and it's in rough shape, guys. It's really in rough shape, but I'm hoping to repair it. I thought I'd let you see what it looked like. The arm's got to go there, and this arm goes over here like so. I'm hoping to reattach. It did have another half of it. I remember seeing it in their yard, but it probably deteriorated to such an extent they had to probably throw it away. It's really rough, but I think from what I've learned, I think I can patch it and redo it and put it back together. I think my biggest problem is going to be painting it. I have an eye for things, but I'm not good at shading and
Maybe sponge it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have trouble. I think since I've only got half of the body, I'm thinking about having it, getting like a piece of sewer pipe. I'm thinking to have it like coming out of a sewer pipe. I was trying to think, what can I do to hide the fact that the rest. Am I going to have the sewer pipe as long as? No, I'm not. It's more of a facade type thing. But I thought maybe having it come out of a sewer pipe and having like moss and stuff hanging down from the sewer pipe and stuff. That's what I thought of doing. What am I going to do with it past that point? I don't know, because I don't think I'll be going to other big Comic Cons after this one coming up. But that's what I'm going to be working on probably this summer in the house. In some case, well, actually, no, I'll probably be working on it out here. Right now, I've got so many things out here because the neighbor gives us so many things at Halloween. You go ahead and you can point up here. I've got the heads off of the 2 dragons that they give us, and these creatures. So many of these bigger things out here they give us this Halloween, and I'm in the process of getting everything in place. But here's the alligator. I always say alligator. It's crocodile, though. I think crocodile. You can tell by the nose, usually. The nose on a crocodile, I believe, is more rounded, and an alligator has got more of a pointed nose. And I believe alligators tend to be smaller. Is that right? I'm pretty sure. I didn't look this up. This is the top of my head. I think alligators are smaller, and they have the more of a pointed snout. Okay? All right, so that's what I'm going to be doing, and hopefully I'll be able to show you that in the future.
There is still nobody. Where did they go? I do not know. It must be the 8 men came. I do not like it here. This is our home. No. Wongo stands here, but it is not home. It is gone. Are we to stay with only ghosts? We have searched the forest. We have been to the temple. We have found no one. Our women were taken by the 8 men. Our hearts are heavy, but our village is here. Let us rest. Let us not stay here. Follow the words of Angor. Go south to Guna. We would not be welcome. I threw a spear at Angor. We tried to kill him. Angor came to ask for our spears to defend his village. Let us go there. There are women in Guna. If the men of Guna fight, we will go on, but not back to Wongo.
Yes.
We go south. So let it be.
Young men of Guna, like your fathers forever since the beginning, you go now into the forest with empty hands. For the space of 1 moon, you must live in the forest without weapons to prove you are men, like your fathers. In this time, it is the law of our gods that you speak to no woman. Return, hunters of Guna, when the moon is full again.
Then the maidens of Guna will await you with the marriage feast.
The women of the 8 men. Don't let them see us. They'll kill us.
Oh, no, these women are from Guna, I'm sure.
No, no. Unless the 8 men live in Guna.
Well, I'll ask them if it is Guna.
Do you dare go?
Guard me with your spears. Good day, sisters of Guna. I come in peace.
Then go in peace.
Well, I come with my sisters to beg food and safe shelter. The 8 men have destroyed our village.
You come from Wongo.
How did you know?
We have heard of the Wongo women.
Mona? Lana?
You come in peace with spears.
We're attacked!
The way to Guna is south. You'll be our scout. Keep silence.
I can't go another step.
We can stop for a minute. I'll go look ahead.
Help! Help!
Are there any more at home like you?
Hey! Water looks good.
Let's go.
Singar.
Omu! It's the women of Wongo. What are you doing here?
I was hoping we'd see you.
So, Wongo has come to Guna after all. Where are your friendly men?
There isn't any Wongo. The 8 men took it. There are no more men. Come out and we'll cook your meal.
We cannot eat with you. Should not even talk with you.
Why not?
We are in the forest for the space of 1 moon. All the young men of Guna. We are without weapons. We cannot see any women. When we have proved that we are men like our fathers, we may return to Guna and take our mates.
The women we saw? Mates?
Naturally. The Guna women.
Look at us. Don't you like us? Would you not rather have us for mates? We can all go back to Wongo.
I am a man of Guna. One day I will be king. If Wongo is no more, you may come to Guna. We'll meet you there.
We've met your Guna women, and they would have killed us. It would mean death for us to go there.
You must go away. We should not have talked with you at all.
What do we do now? Well, if they won't even speak to us, how are we going to persuade them?
Why can't we get them to go with us? But they're men. Well, that's what we came here for, wasn't it?
Did you say that all the young men were in the forest? And they have no spears?
I told you that. Now go.
We will camp here. You may sit.
You have bound us. These thongs are the mark of slaves. For that, something will happen to you. When it does, you will know why.
If we had fear, we'd have crawled on our stomachs to the women of Guna. We have no fear.
You have forgotten you are only a woman. You do not understand men.
We think we understand men quite well. If anyone else is in that tree, come down or I'll put a spear through you.
I believe you would.
Angor, you spoke the truth about these women of Wongo.
This one's mine. He's cute.
Hit him again! Hit him again!
Can't you catch anything but rabbits?
Very poorly seasoned, too. No salt.
Nothing like the Guna women cook.
After all, there's only one Guna. The rest of the world is solid barbarian.
You'll have a long time to cook meat to your taste when we get back to Wongo. You'll do it yourself, under the whip.
You're laying up troubles for yourself, girl. The 4 days I spent tied up here will take a lot of time getting over.
We're taking you to the Temple of Wongo to present you to the Dragon God. It's a 5-day march. You may speak to each other if you like. Well, haven't you anything to say?
Not now. Later you will hear something that may surprise you.
Ready? March! Oh, Dragon God, we bring you men for Wongo. We come to the temple with the men who shall be our mates. If these are your mates, why are they bound like slaves? We dare not unbind them. They would flee to Guna, and there would be none to worship the Dragon God. Unbind their necks.
I see spears coming to the temple. They are here! Spears! Who comes with spears?
It is Harko and the hunters of Wongo. We have come to present our mates to the Dragon God.
Leave your spears! Let them enter! Let Akko come forward and speak.
We men of Wongo thought our women were taken by the ape men. We have found others. We have come to present them to the Dragon God.
Your father chose Omu for your mate. How do you answer to that?
I will answer. Omo is mine.
So be it!
Okay, we're back, and you supposedly watched the movie. You didn't. You didn't watch it. You really should have watched like the last, I don't know, last 10 minutes or so. Last 10 minutes. Because in the last 10 minutes, if you watch the movie, you're going to say, I already know all this. At the end of the movie, the unattractive men come back to come back to Wongo, where the good-looking women have already taken the good-looking men too, and
they kidnapped them.
Yeah, they kidnapped them, brought them back to Wongo, and so the unattractive men that were at Guna trying to cause trouble ended up bringing back the unattractive women with them, thinking that their women had all been taken by the ape men, and they had to bring them back. Evidently, they were okay with that. But the thing is, they end the movie with each attractive woman with each attractive man. Well, with like 5 of them, okay? And they show each couple standing together. They go to a couple, and then the guy does a big wink to show you that he's got the hottie, okay? Ha ha ha. Then they go to the next couple. He does the same thing, one after another, till they get to the last couple with the main girl of the movie, and she's with the guy that she wanted to be with. And I even said this before he did it. I said she should be the one that winks, and she did. She was the one that winked. It wasn't him. So I thought they ended it really well by her winking, like I got what I wanted, you know. So I thought that was good. But of course, you already know that because you've seen the movie. Okay, there's a couple more things I want to talk about in the movie. Some of the music that you heard, and I know you're saying, oh yeah, like we didn't already know that. They're going to say that. You're going to say the same thing. A lot of the music that you heard in the background was from one of everyone's favorite movies, Plan 9 from Outer Space. Yeah. We all love that movie. As a matter of fact, that will be shown in the months to come. Not real soon here. Oh my God, that movie's so bad. Ed Wood, he tried. Ed Wood tried. He really did. He really wanted to be a good movie maker. He just didn't have certain parts that, and it was financial too. It was financial.
That movie was better when Johnny Depp just did the movie Ed Wood. And in the movie of Ed Wood, he was doing the movie of Planet 9.
I forgot about that movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ed Wood he had trouble. His heart was there, but he didn't have the talent to go with it. And a lot of times he didn't have the financial backing to go with it. So, you know, it requires money a lot of times. It really does.
Always.
So you'll be seeing Plan 9 from Outer Space in an upcoming public domain movie thing, but it's hard to set through, even with Vampira in it. Vampira?
Yeah.
Vampira?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking Vampirella. Yeah, Vampira. Vampira in it. But all the appearances, like Vampire, a lot of them just, they don't make sense. It's like what is she doing in this movie? A lot of the segments, it's like, this segment doesn't fit into any, okay, I'm going off on a tangent on a whole nother movie, but you'll see that. Anyway, a lot of the music came from Plan 9 from Outer Space, which at least it got used for something. It's mostly a laughing stock, okay? The film, a lot of the stuff that you see, the big rocks and the stuff, even what the priestess sat on and everything, that is an actual place in Florida, a sightseeing place called Coral Castle, okay? I want to say lunatic, someone like me that was insane basically in his day and had plenty of time and wanted to do this. And I'm not saying this to be making fun, because I'm a lunatic too, and I'm totally okay with people doing this. A man named Edward Lee Skellin in the early 1900s.
I would say
Scotland. He did this in the early 1900s. He built all those rock formations and carvings, and even where she set up on the big rock. That wasn't a set that they made for the movie. That was an actual place that this man did all these carvings out of all these rock. Okay, and it took him years and a lot of effort, and he did it by himself. There was like talk that, oh, he moved all these rocks and it was magical and stuff. They said they have witnesses and photographs supposedly of him moving these things using pulley systems and stuff like that. It was, you had to, have something like a block and tackle to move all these, because he supposedly did it alone. So you have to know what you're doing. So, but he made so you can look that up, the Coral Castle. You can see, I'm going to put a couple of stills on, matter of fact, at the end of this, where you can see it's a tourist attraction, and a place owns this now. It's privately owned, but it is a tourist attraction. Okay, so I think I covered that part. The only other part I have not talked about, I don't even see it written down. I don't know where I wrote that. I would have swore I wrote that down somewhere. I don't even...
Well, if you know what it is, just say it.
I know what it is. Okay, back in the 80s on MTV, back in the heyday of MTV, back when we used to watch it, and MTV was a big deal. Everybody watched MTV. It was a whole new concept, showing music videos one after another, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We watched it all the time. We did back in our day. It was, everybody talked about it. Everybody watched. It was a big deal. Now it's nothing, because any video you want to watch, you just put it up on YouTube and it shows up. No big deal. But back then, you couldn't do that. You couldn't do that. You couldn't see. You had to wait for a certain video that you liked to come on, because you wanted to see that video, and you didn't know when it was going to come on. It was terrible. It was just like the Goldbergs when they were waiting on. I can't even think of the.
Doesn't matter.
The Bangles, that Bangles song. It was like that. There were certain songs that I wanted to see, like Adam Ant. I always wanted to see Adam Ant songs, and you just had to get lucky, and see it. And anyway, back in that day, there was a group called the Tubes, with lead singer, I always remember his name, Fee Waybill, because I don't know anybody named Fee. But I always remembered his name because it was one of those names that stuck in your head, Fee Waybill. They had a very popular song called She's a Beauty back then, and Talk to You Later. They did that song too. Very, very big hits on MTV. I'm not sure. Everybody watched MTV. You say, well, what was a radio play? Believe me, back then, it was MTV. Everybody just, it's like, I'm not listening to the radio. It's MTV. It was such a different time. Now MTV is made fun of. Anyway, back in those days, on that album of where the hit She's a Beauty was on, I can't think of the name of the album it was, they had a song on there named The Wild Women of Wongo, and it was from this movie. It was he did it off of this movie, and we seen the stage show production of them doing that song, that particular song, and they had wild women dancing around, and he was actually, because he kind of reads some of it and sings some of it, and he's sitting like in a chair, kind of like what I would do, kind of like a jungle-like look, and he's like reading some of the things, that's what the song does. And then he sings a little bit too, but they had a real good look to it. They didn't really make it terrible by just getting up there and they made it more of a scene, and it was Wild Women of Wongo, and it's actually, after you hear the song a couple times, it's kind of catchy. Is it
on YouTube?
Huh?
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah, you've seen it.
I was just gonna say,
yeah,
look it up.
Everything's on YouTube. We're on YouTube. See, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Wild Women of Wongo, the Tubes. Yeah, you can see them perform it on the stage, and it's kind of good. To me, I like the Tubes though. I like the Tubes. I was a fan of the Tubes. I don't know what they're doing now. I didn't look that up. I don't know what. I don't think they're dead or anything weird like that. But I don't know that for a fact. But yeah, I don't think the Tubes are together now. A lot of groups hang together, but I don't think they're one of those groups that did. So anyway, that's about it for this show. And you probably didn't even watch the movie. Yeah. Okay.
Did you bring that book in for a reason?
I did, but I'm going to save it for later since we talked so long here. It's amazing. Even things that aren't that interesting, I can talk about it.
Heck yeah,
Yeah.
you can.
I had to bring in a drink today, guys. Kind of thirsty today. Our bulldog is outside the door here, laying on his stomach, sleeping. We just got back, and he actually went with us. We don't take him very many places because we can't get him up in the Hummer. He's too heavy. We have to like take a forklift to lift him to the. He's really hard to lift up there. It's like a lead weight. He's just, and he can't jump. He can't jump up to the Hummer. Number one, it's way too tall, and number two,
and he's too big.
His legs are only this long. And he weighs almost 100 pounds, and you just can't jump up into the Hummer with that. So I have to lift him.
And you can't.
It's not pleasant. It's not pleasant. You say, well, it's only 100 pounds. There's something about dead weight, bulldog weight of 100 pounds. It feels like it's way more than that. And the fur is kind of
slippery.
Yeah, kind of slick. But he's a good man, so we took him out with us. And yeah, Pickles is gone visiting Jason. So so we took Panic with us, and he's very tired. I can't let him come in because he walks underneath the tripod and he trips it. He trips the tripod, and then it would be all. Okay, so we got one more other thing to say.
Oh, God.
Yes, I do.
So we have another 10 minutes.
This show will probably be posted on. It might get posted on Sunday.
Again, don't believe anything he says.
But I might not get it done on Sunday. It might be Monday. But next week's show, and we'll be filming it and posting it when we're filming it. We're not gonna do the gap anymore. I can't do the gap. It's mixing me up on my train of thought, and as far as getting things ready by doing a show, waiting 5 days to post to let it run, because it's like I'm clear over here and this hasn't been. Yeah, it doesn't work for me. We do these shows, I gotta post them. You're gonna have to watch them when you can watch. Whenever they show up, watch them when you get a chance. Next week's show, we're gonna do a double header again, because Patty loves doing the double header things. But when we say Spook Show Gravy versus a movie, that means we're gonna talk about the movie, have stuff about the movie, but we can't actually show that movie because it's not public domain. So next week, it'll be Spook Show Gravy versus, The Wizard of Oz. We're going to start off big. You say, well, you did Leprechaun. We were forced to do Leprechaun first because of St. Patrick's Day. It wasn't oh, that's our favorite movie. No, we got to start off with the one that kind of, you say, well, that's not a horror movie. It's got the Wicked Witch of the West. How do you get above that? You know what I mean? The Wicked Witch of the West. And you know what the funny thing is? We're going to be we watch public domain movies to get ready for, when we do them. And we're going to be doing 13 Ghosts real soon, probably within the next month. William Castle, the old 13.
I like the new 13 Ghosts.
Too scary.
Matthew Lillard.
Too scary.
No, I love it. If you haven't seen it, watch it.
We'll be doing the public domain William Castle, the original 13 Ghosts. And one of the characters in there is the Wicked Witch of the West. She's not, what's her name, Margaret Hamilton?
Yeah.
She's not playing Wicked Witch of the West. She's being herself. She's not an attractive woman, okay? She's just not. And I will be talking more about that, about the Wizard of Oz and wicked and unattractive women being wicked witches. Oh, good Lord. It's a bad thing when you're playing a character that's known for not being attractive, and when you're yourself, you're less attractive than that character is when they're Wicked is a good example.
On this
oh my God. And less hair than I do. I mean, come on. But and the nun. The woman that plays the nun.
Okay, you're digressing.
Woo. That woman's
Let's end this.
We're doing the Wizard of Oz next week. And right after the Wizard of Oz, we'll be posting the public domain movie. I don't even know what year it is. With Vincent Price, called The Bat. Okay? The Bat with Elizabeth Montgomery. No. That's Bewitched. Agnes Moorehead. Her mother is in this, one of the main characters in this. Vincent Price, Agnes Moorehead, The Bat. We got a real clean, good copy of it too. So it'll be It's a black and white movie, but it's a clean, good copy. And it's not real scary or anything like that, for sure. But it is called The Bat. You know? So, we got things to talk about with that. Well, I always have things to talk about, but Wizard of Oz first. And yes, I know I dragged this ending out a long time. So watch us next week, and hopefully you enjoyed the show today and the show before that, and show before that, and show before that.
Okay.
And it's like, yeah, and join our Facebook group if you haven't joined our Facebook group, as if you're still watching.
Exactly.
If you're any of those that's still watching, join our Facebook group, Spook Show Gravy, Creature Features. Okay. All right, we're going to go. I'll see you.
This time we didn't forget the gravy. No. No.